Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here today. Excuse me, round number 4 at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium today. I am the host and commentator for today's main race, Esteban Score, and today I'm once again joined by the phenomenal Elliot F64. And Elliot, we're looking forward to a wet and wild race here today at the iconic Spa-Francorchamps.
Absolutely, it's going to be a difficult one for the drivers. They have all been practicing, and from what I gather, on the wrong settings as well. So, coming into the lobby, they found that there was way more grip than they anticipated. So, should be a bit more stable for them and a bit more enjoyable as well. So, yeah, looking for a fantastic race here tonight.
Well, it's certainly going to be it's going to certainly be out of the ordinary here today because, as I said, these guys are actually racing in the rain here today. And these cars are not particularly easy to drive in the wet. The Group 4s are a bit more stable to drive because of their road car natural ability and, of course, their MR layouts. GT3s, they're going to have their hands full today, and for the next 60 minutes or so, including qualifying as well, for the 60-minute race, it's going to be excruciatingly interesting. Look at the field before we get qualifying. Actually, if you want to get qualifying started real quickly, we could do so and then pick it out on the field during the outlap, of course. And then, so like I said, qualifying about to start, 10 minutes on the clock here. Especially in the GT3s, you get 2 minutes 30 seconds-ish laps or so. So you've only really got about 3 or 2 laps to count in these wet conditions as well. And the qualifying could be all over the place, to be quite fair with you. And so let's take a look at which of the cars is going to be out first on course, and it's going to be SLM Viper who will lead them off. And interestingly enough, he is actually on the intermediate compound of tires for qualifying, so might the intermediates have a bit of a much better advantage than the full wet compounds that a majority of these drivers are handling with.
In my opinion, I think it's a bold choice. I do think it's a bold choice. Being the sole car on the intermediates, from what I saw in the practice session, it'd be interesting to see if he is the only person on intermediates still going into the qualifying session.
Yeah, and so, I think, you see there, Palmer in the wet, going a bit wide out of that braking zone, so it looks like the intermediates might be the superior choice of tire for qualifying. And so SLM Viper, who will lead this pack of cars in qualifying, he had his first official on-the-road podium at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya a week ago, sits third comfortably in the standings, and if he can get a good solid amount of points here today, that would be very, very phenomenal for him, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to extend the points gap out. Well, not extend it out, but catch up to Vieira.
Yeah, rather than trying to gain, but rather catch up. Oh, Palmer with a big slide in the middle section of the circuit. SLM Palmer, runner-up in the championship. Of course, he had a P2. Actually, no, he took the race win, ended the winning streak of the Cymax Motorworks team. And, of course, he got a bit closer to the championship, but he's still a bit of a ways out. He's going to try and look to gain some valuable points here today.
Interesting glitch that just happened for myself. Normally I come out the pits and just sit there and let everyone get on with their qualifying, but I got to the GT pit lane at the bottom of the hill out of turn 1 on the run down to Eau Rouge, and it reset me back up at turn 1, so that was bizarre.
Prohibited track limits, I should say.
Again, every time I go into the chat feature, it resets me.
Yeah, I'd say stay in the pits if you can. There is our championship leader, SLM Ure, in the GT3 standings. He'll try and navigate the mid-engine competitor around the wet Spa-Francorchamps for qualifying as well. Qualifying now about to start. Palmer going to hang on, but I don't think it's going to be much useful in these wet weather conditions because these cars are very, very prone to... They're very so dependent on the braking and the careful throttle positioning out of these heavy corners. There's Grand J10 who will line up in 4th, and there's actually, believe it or not, TGIS in the very cringeworthy GT McLaren Renault GP themed delivery there. So, Tice, you're welcome for your specialty screen time right there. There's James Head in the 0 and the 7. Ferrari, he'll try and make a name for it as well. But interestingly enough, there are only 6 GT3s and 7 GT4s on track. We do have a absent GT3 spots. That's why you're only seeing a total of 14 on track. There is Hair Raiser in the 69, close to a P3 finish at the end, but it was only beaten out by TGIS in the end there. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, just beaten out at the end. There's Bar 27, and then K&K Dot, who is a reserve, but he's been absolutely on it here in this championship charge. I have a strong feeling that he's going to be coming from a reserve status all the way up to a full championship contending driver in that 04 Ferrari. There is iPez in the 11. Oh, he actually goes a bit wide towards the end of the braking zone of the DRS zone. There is Mouchalot in the 37. Of course, he's back for another race of the GT World Challenge Series in the GT4. He's actually had a bit of he's actually had an incident somewhere. As you can see the damage on the back left corner panel of that Ferrari GT4. So has he had an incident somewhere? But we're not able to find out where he's had it.
Just realised that I can actually spectate whilst in qualifying, so that's pretty cool.
And there is Doug Barrow, who had an unfortunate retirement from last race at the Circuit of Barcelona Catalunya. And there is our GT4 class leader, Keelan, in the number 22. So, of course, the side match members team looking for some valuable points here today at the wet and rainy Spa-Francorchamps. I just said Waney is like Elmer Fudd.
Waney.
Of course. Waney.
Waney.
Be very quiet. It's very rainy out there.
It's interesting that Keelan always please don't. It's very interesting that Keelan always goes out and does his qualifying on his own, and it always seems to pay off for him as well. I'm just trying to think back if he's actually been GT4 qualifying, but that time's coming in, Trevor.
Yeah, interestingly, the intermediates might actually be the strong superior tire choice because ST Viper setting a 230.4 and Ure is just about 0.2 off on full wet, but Palmer a further 1.9 seconds further back from Viper. James said a 233, Grand G10 234, so maybe showing that this intermediates might be the superior race choice tire going into this 60-minute race.
Yeah, this is quite intriguing. The GT4 runners, K&K Dot, Mouchalot and Doug, they haven't really given each other enough space there.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they really start just trying to give each other some bit of real estate, but I don't think it's really going to be really working out that much for him. iPad 11 seconds back from ST and Viper, but is not that far off from our current GT4 pole sitter TGIS 78, and then Doug Barrow, who is only about 0.5 back. Mouchalot a further 0.5 back for third. Hair Raiser and Bar, and then it's going to be Keelan and then K&K Dot rounding up the 7-car GT4 grid. So not a good qualifying start for these for the side matches. Oh, there's a big spin. Yeah, big spin. Oh, and that's iPez. Oh, that's going to be. Yep.
Yeah, Ghosting was very fortunate there, but he's come up the hill and just lost it completely. It's a shame that you haven't got the replay cameras up. He needs to be careful on the rejoin. He's unghosted. There's a car coming.
Oh, be careful. Yep, Keelan getting out of the way there. So that is good for him. Also, as for the replay cams wise, I think I'm going to have to sacrifice the blue microphone here and just kind of use that and just use the actual keyboard for the replay cam.
If you can do that, that'd be fantastic, just so we can keep an eye on what's happening and where.
Yeah, it kind of keeps an eye on where everything is happening elsewhere. Viper, I think, has had an incident of some sort because now Palmer's in front of him.
Yeah, he must have a look through. He's got no damage that I can see, so unless he's letting people through to get...
Is there any paint chips or anything? Is there any paint chips on that car? Are you aware of that?
No,
yeah, I would give him space that would not be smart to hang behind them. But he
he's got Yarrow coming up behind him as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you can definitely see an interesting difference between the wet and the intermediate tires as well, because that Viper on those intermediates is much, much superior. He's actually going to come into the pits, which I don't think...
It's got to be for fresh inters. There's no way he can go to wets now. He's still on pole. The Palmer's improved, but he's still on pole.
But he's not yet. So this is rather interesting, because I don't think Viper's going to make it back out for another lap. I don't think, because look at this, it's a very slow entry in the pit lane.
Wow, he's still not in his pit box.
It's a very slow entry. Now he's just got to his pit box, and Okay, that's going to be annoying all race long.
What, the pit alarm?
Yeah, the pit alarm.
I like it. I like it. It adds realism.
Yeah, I don't think Viper's going to be able to make it around for another lap.
No, that's it. His qualifying's done. His qualifying is done. So he went in for a fresh set of intros when he really shouldn't have.
But interestingly enough, Ure, even after one sector, he's only up by 1,000th of a second.
Oh, Palmer's off.
Oh, Palmer's gone off as well.
These wets aren't the right tyres.
No, they're not.
I can't see the wet tyres being the right tyres. But what's interesting as well, everyone came out, Trev. Everyone came out on full fuel loads.
Yeah, that's interesting to note as well. Keelan improves on his time. Oh, Ure with a big slide for the Spaniard, but somehow kept that thing going straight. Oh, Grange 10 has gone off. Grange 10 has gone off at the...
Yeah, safe to rejoin.
Yep, safe to rejoin. He's got a bit of suspension damage as well. Palmer's actually... Yeah, he's actually gone back to the pits. He's actually ghosted back, so he knows qualifying is done and dusted. Viper picks up a 410 penalty, but still has pole position. So intermediate, and here's the interesting bit. Palmer actually switching to the intermediates, so he knows that the intermediates is going to prove useful for this race.
Yeah, what's interesting though is he came out the pits at the start qualifying. He came out the pits on intermediate tyres. Yeah, on the wet. So he will start the race on the wet tyres.
Yeah, I'd say make that advised to, make that advised to Palmer as well, so that he knows he has to start on the wets. I strongly suggest
well,
that.
It's not a rule. It's not a regulation. It's just how the game does it. Unless he's backed out.
No, he's backed out. He's backed out and then made the change. So Ure now going to come through, and for the third and final lap, I don't think he looks like he's on an improvement. I really don't think he is. Actually, to be fair, it is going to be a bit close.
Yeah, no way. He's done a 110 in...
No, he's too far off. He's just missed out. 3:10 slower. And I don't think... Yeah, James says the next car up. Has he improved this lap? He's got a personal best Sector 1. He had a best Sector 3 last lap by... No, he's way too slow. Yeah, he's not going to do it. He does improve on his time, but not on position. And Viper, he knows he's done it, is going to take a very likely pole position thus far, unless Grange 10, no, way far. Nah, he's going to just skate it across the line. TGIS, though, I'll tell you what, Doug can really be the man to challenge TGIS for that pole position. We got cars coming.
How's Keelan doing?
Keelan, where is he? He's got a penalty. Keelan's way down the order.
What about K&K Doc? K&K Doc could be a challenger. Oh,
Hairraiser, not coming. Doug Burrow, he's coming across the line now, but he's just missed out. He's just missed out. And Mushalat for third in GT3 stays in third.
K&K Doc, here we go. This is the one to watch. No,
he's missed it.
No,
he's popped to fourth, which is good. Keelan in 13
where's he jumped to?
Has he jumped to 7th?
Has he jumped to 7th? GT4 pole. GT4 pole.
He had a penalty that lap.
That's very strange how he managed to serve that penalty and take pole in GT4s.
That's very interesting.
Unless the game served...
242.8. He must have had an absolute banker of a lap. He must have had an absolute banker of a lap. Here, let's see here. Keelan.
Tice is still going. Tice is still going. I didn't spot this, but Tice is still on track and going for a lap.
Yeah, 242.8. 242.8. Keelan had some good sectors. A 42.5 final sector. He was 2 seconds quicker than Tice in the final sector. Yeah, you're right.
I'm watching this. This is going to be close.
He's too slow. He's way off.
He's
way off.
It does say outlap though.
Yeah, it's outlap. Yeah, no, it's done. He can't go for another lap. And someone else is back there. Who else is that right there on? And that is Palmer, which...
Palmer got another lap?
No, I think he's on an outlap. No.
Oh yeah, it's a 3 minute.
Yeah, he's gonna take the intermediates to go.
I'll tell you who we're waiting for. We're waiting for me in the pit lane, aren't we?
Yeah. That will conclude qualifying, and SDM Viper in the number 20 will take his first official pole position of the season, and starting on those intermediates paid a huge dividends and now he's going to have a major advantage going into for this race.
I was in spectator mode then, on board with myself in the pit lane, and the engine actually turned itself off when qualifying finished. No, honestly, it turned itself off.
Well, to be fair, it is a BMW, so that's a given. So there is the grid. It's 230.4 for Viper. Ure on the full wedge, only 2/10 off, so that could be an interesting strategy. Palmer in third, James 10 fourth, Grand G10 and IPES round off the GT3 grid. Keelan takes an unsurprising pole position. I mean, a little surprising. TGIS in second, Doug Barrow and Mushlat round out third and fourth. Kanke Dot, Hairraiser, and Barr will round out the GT4 grid. 5 red lights, but it is the pace lap, so they will wait for the pace car, the SLM pace car, the BMW M4, to make their way to the grid, and then there will go the number 20. There will go the cars. Oh, they look so nice in the wet weather conditions as well. Honestly, we'll take this in for a little bit and enjoy the wet weather conditions. So these cars could be very, very speedy.
Have a run through people's tires.
Yep, so what I'm going to do quickly is back out, and then we'll hop back in. So, of course, the pace car on the full wets. SD Viper, like we said, starting on those intermediate compounds in the number 20. Ure, interestingly, is going to start on the full wets. So, a bit of interesting strategy choice going on for these guys. SLM Palmer making that switch over to the intermediates after finding out it was paying huge dividends for Viper. That's a given. James Head is on the full wets as well as Grand G10 and IPES. So 4 of the 6 cars in GT3 on the full wets and 2 of the 6 in GT3 and on the intermediates as well. Keelan will start on the full wets as well as Tice and Doug Barrow for the first 3 cars in GT4. Bushwat, KK. Hairraiser, and Barr. So all of the GT4 cars will be on those full racing wet tires, but there are a couple of interesting strategy choices for the GT3 cars, and it's going to be intermediates for Viper and Palmer, and for the rest of the GT3s it will be the racing wets. We'll go on board now with the 20 behind the pace car from the driver's eye. You don't want to spin the car out, obviously. You can see, even though it's not going to make much of a difference, even though, like I said, it's not going to make much of a difference, he's going to try and heat up the tires as much as he can to get a bit of grip onto these intermediate tires, because they still have some racing compound etiquette in them as well, but they do have some purpose of a racing wet tire as well. As for the number 77, which will go on board now, he has the full luxury of racing wet tires as well. And I'll tell you what, Elliot, the start of this race down to turn 1 for the head, so you're on the throttle and then you got to get quickly back on the brakes for the start of this race. That is going to be a very, very interesting start to this race as well.
I'm interested to see how they get through after Catalunya, seeing them double filing in that last chicane. I think it should be all right to double file at the last chicane.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with these wet weather conditions as well. And so
yeah, I'm quite interested to see the start.
We'll take a look back now at the number 13 of Doug Barrow, who's got at least 2 GT4 cars and the whole GT3 grid ahead of him as well. So this is going to be interesting as well. Do we double file up real quickly? Yes, we are. We are double filing up, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's double filing a bit early.
Palmer, I think the grid was anticipating a double file, so I think we're waiting for the pace car to hop on off. We'll go on board with the pace car from the back window. So you are getting a bit of screen time right there as well.
Yeah, go me.
Yep, so... And I think the grid... Yeah, even though... Yeah, I think... Yep,
and it's been acknowledged by the pole sitter as well, so that's fantastic.
Pace car, yep. And so the grid will double file up for the start of this race. The pace car now heading on out. SC Viper will get the inside for turn number 1. Oh, he's actually spun it!
Didn't see it. Didn't see it.
I saw it all right. I saw you, mother. And so, waiting for the start of the race. And then it's a green flag start right now. Good start for the 20 for the entry to race 1. Ure going to try it on the inside. It's a careful start.
To the outside.
Yep, Ure on the inside. James Head going to try a challenge at Palmer. No major incidents thus far, so it's a clean start throughout the field. But the 20... Oh, and Palmer's jumped Ure! Palmer on the intermediates has jumped Ure, so once again the intermediate tires paying huge dividends for all these cars. Oh, and a lot of these cars going wide as well. Oh, and it's a good start around the field. Good start for a lot of these guys. Mouchelat's actually dropped down to 13th overall, so a good start for everyone. Yuri's going to actually try and charge back, and on the outside, does the Spaniard have the room? No, he's got wide, and so is Grand J10.
And James has come through. James is up into P3.
Yeah, James had up into 3rd place, so a good start for him. But Yuri and Grand J10 on the heavy braking zone goes too deep. They went too deep into that braking zone. And Ipez, I think, has just binned it. Oh, massively into the tire barrier.
Yeah, he's got heavy damage all across the front of the car there.
And Yuri picking up a 4/10 penalty, so this is not good news for our championship leader. And this could be absolutely critical for the 20 and the 24.
You can see, based on that pace lap with the car, with even the pace car on the wet tyres, it wouldn't stop. And then it just...
Whoa! Grand J10 with a big sideways moment, and he's lost the rear end!
Yeah, he is. He's off.
He's going to wait. He's going to wait for... Oh, careful! Rejoining the track. Yep, he's going to wait for all of those GT4s to cross by.
Mouchelat just got around as well.
Mouchelat, has he gone around? Oh,
no,
yeah, he has. He's slow, yeah. He's very slow.
He got around.
Keelan now still in the lead for the GT4s on the full GT4 wet tire compound race.
Palmer's all over the back of... Palmer's on the back of Viper.
Oh, yeah. He's very
really caught him back up.
So this is going to be interesting here because you got these cars that are on intermediates and they're paying, and it's paying absolute dividends.
Yuri's got a penalty. Yuri's got a penalty as he chases down James as well. Oh, James!
Oh, big moment for James!
Did he hold it? Did he hold it?
Yes, he did. He really held it, but at the same time, Yuri's on the inside. Oh!
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant racing between the two. James acknowledged he was there and reopened the door again, so that was fantastic driving.
And look at this right now. Look at all the spray that Yuri's having to deal with now. James gets the luxury of an open view outside, but Yuri getting a face full of the spray getting kicked up. Oh, James is going wide! James is going deep! James
Tyson has come straight to the pitch for intermediates.
Has he? Oh,
yeah, so
that's very interesting. So this could be a very interesting stop. What the heck are those wheels? Oh my god!
Whoa! KK Dot had a huge sideways moment. Everyone's going a little bit wide at the top of those roofs. James again. Oh, James again with a huge tank slapping moment at the top of the hill.
I'll mind you what, KK Dot, who was pretty much at the back of the field when the race started.
Oh, come on!
KK Dot has got himself up into 2nd place, so a tremendous start for the Spaniard in the 04, who was originally a reserve in the championship, now looking to be a championship contender in the GT4 class.
Yeah, Grand J10 making his way back through the field. He's got past Mouchelat after his spin on lap 1. Is he going to go deep again into the chicane? Nope, keeps on the track that time.
Big couple of moments for the 20 of Viper having to wrangle that Ferrari 458 GT3 and keep it still in a straight line. This is where the intermediates are making the big difference in this race. So
have you got the replay stuff up?
No, but I can quickly get it if you want. You have to give me about 3 minutes of your time.
I just feel like we're going to need it with this race.
Yeah. I will be back. I will be back in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. I will be honest, I don't know if Trevor's left us on the battle for the lead, but I'll try and radio through, give you the radio footage of what's going on in terms of the rest of the field. Oh, in fact, Viper's gone very wide. Viper's gone wide after going purple in sector 3. Is Palmer coming through? He's surely going to have to here. Whoa! I'm not sure if... I don't know, I didn't see that at all, but I'm not sure if Viper hit the wall there. But he's straight back on the tail of Palmer. Is he going to look to the inside? Palmer's going to have to cover it, I think. No, both very early on the brakes. Going to get it stopped, unlike myself in the pace car. Yep. And Viper looking to get the switch back done. Not quite going to see it there, but he is much quicker out the corner. As Yera's still got his penalty to serve. James Head struggling through the final corner. Let's have a look. Is Viper going to have a look to the inside? He's having a look later on the brakes. He's down the inside and he's got the place back. Is Palmer going to come back at him? He is. This is great racing between the two. Palmer just gives Viper a slight tap there as he as Palmer's Viper spun it up on the exit curve. Oh, going up the hill. Viper's way wide.
Whoa! Whoa! That might be a penalty.
I don't know if you can get the replay.
Yeah, that was a penalty. That was a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get the replay in, but on the back straight.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it.
Did you get the moment?
Yeah, I did it. I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Viper somehow takes the lead back on during the replay phase. What the actual heck? Holy moly!
Well. I think he got him back down the inside. You might want to check that actually on the replays again. And Yera's closed up as well. Yera's right on the back of him, and I think.
Oh yeah, what a move for Viper on the inside. Well held for the number 20. Well held.
Right, what's going on with the tyre situation? Because the intermediates are absolutely fine, but so are the wets apparently.
He's gone back to wets. He's gone back to wets. So what was the first pit stop for then?
Who's gone back to wets?
Tice, TGIS.
Oh, that's a good spot. I don't know what's his rear tyres. I can't see his rear tyres. Maybe he's. I know you can't do half.
No, you can't. You can't. Yeah, you can't half them.
I know you can if you go through the options menu, but you can't do it in the pit stop.
No, yeah, you can't during the pit stop. No, you can't do that.
Right, James has got traction control on. James is now using traction control.
Interestingly, Viper and Viper Polymer.
Yera is using traction control.
Yeah,
James
that's going to be interesting as well. I'll tell you what, I give these guys major load of respect for running these cars without traction control, because these cars are not easy to drive at all in these wet conditions.
Absolutely. And Grand J10's got back through the GT4 field as well, so he's done well to decipher them. iPez is still running around at the back as well to try and chase Bar.
Yeah, so there's Grand J10, who's, I think, now made his way through the entire GT4 grid.
Yeah. What I just said. Oh! Viper with a huge slide.
Viper with a big slide coming out of the final corner. How
in the world? It's a great race load.
Oh! Just comes to show you that there's absolutely zero room for error in these wet weather races here.
Just watch that exit curve. That exit curve at turn 1 is absolutely violent.
Yeah, it's really violent. We'll go on board now with Ure in the number 77, who's just now starting to hang back a little bit. Oh, he's actually got a bit of a penalty as well. Owen Palmer, side by side for the race lead. Go on board him with Palmer for the race lead
to
here.
The outside.
Are we going
to see a Hamilton and Rosberg? Who's going to brake later? It's
going to be very later.
But is he going to go too deeper? Too deep?
Yeah, too deep, too deep. He did.
And Palmer through.
And
what about Yera?
Oh. Okay, so Yuri had to kind of hold up for Viper, but yeah, that was way later for Viper in the braking zone there. We'll go take a look back at that. Yeah, way later, and that's given Palmer the all-important race lead that he's needed.
I am really annoyed with myself for the safety car coming into the pits. Like, it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I get you.
I hope did I affect it? Because I thought I'm just going to back out as quickly as possible rather than trying to get it back over to the pit lane.
I'll tell you what, James Head isn't particularly that far off these guys as well. Oh, big tank slapper once again for Viper.
Are your notifications back on? Are you able to turn those off really quickly?
No, I'm not. Okay. No, they've been off. So.
Oh, okay. No, it's just because when I joined.
If anything, I now prefer them to be off rather than having them on. So.
Yeah.
So this is interesting to note as well, because on race pace, Palmer and Viper are Palmer with the actually I should say Viper with the 231.7 and then Palmer with the 231.4. Ure on the wets has done a 231 flat on those full racing wet tires. Oh, goes a bit wide. Oh, this is great stuff right there.
I watched the replay back, and it's fine. You don't really see me spin off. You just see me puffed up. That's fine.
Are you trying to cover up the fact that you actually did spin?
I think, do you know what? You did a fantastic job of covering it up, so I thank you for that. Yeah. You do see me go wide, but that's it.
I was gonna say, dude, I thought your car was like around, so that's why I asked about it. So. So this is rather interesting because Palmer's now starting to get a bit of clean air between himself and SD and Viper for the race lead. Viper's still holding on for P2, and if things stay as they are right now, this could really get these two drivers a bit closer to Ure in the championship standings. And wouldn't that help out for the 20 and the 24? Although, saying that, Ure going to try and hold off. Palmer actually setting a 230.4 on the intermediate, so might there be a bit of issues for the 20, because he set a 233 last time by. That's a very slow lap for the 20. We'll go back and take a look at the GT4 race where it is Keelan who's got 5 seconds on the rest of the field right about now. So Keelan's pretty much just gone at this rate. Take a look at Doug Barrow, who is now a little ways away from the rest of the field now, where it is Doug Barrow and Hairraiser in second place. Oh, and Lopez with a big moment! Yeah, that's a big hard hit. Oh!
Did he get collected by someone?
No, he just had a big moment. We'll take a look at it again from the 11. And we'll see right here. What's he done it? Oh, yeah, the car's just come around. Oh, and a big moment. Oh, man. Oh, violent crash. Oh, man. So a big moment there for the number 11, who's once again having some difficulties trying to find their way up the field. Palmer now is setting some purple sector times. Can we look at a 229? That would be quicker than pole position.
Yeah, both cars are really struggling now. Like when I say struggling, just in terms of grip levels, not in terms of pace, because Palmer's now disappeared.
Palmer's actually done pretty well to manage his tires, and actually Viper's got the most amount of fuel out of any of these cars, but just. Ure going a bit wide on the AstroTurf right there. And still a little bit behind the number 20. Oh, and Viper's gone around! Oh my god, Viper's gone around!
And he got a tap there from Yarrow as well.
Did he actually?
Yeah, so as he's rotated, I think Yarrow was half expecting a ghost, but it didn't happen. Where's James? James is now coming down the start finish straight as well.
Oh, he has! Oh, that's big news for the number 20, who did well to grab pole position, but is now at an interesting predicament where he's well behind the
But he's got enough fuel to make that time back up. He should be able to make that time back up with his fuel levels.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like I said, he did make an interesting bold move to pit earlier on the start of this race.
Who are you talking about?
Tice.
I'm still talking about Viper.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so sorry, Viper should be able to make up that time, because if you look at the fuel difference between Viper and... Oh, he nearly has another moment there.
Nearly, yeah.
I think tyres are starting to degrade. The wets ever so slightly more than the intermediates, but not by much.
Yeah, because this you know that look at the fuel difference between Palmer now starting to. Yeah, look at the fuel difference between Palmer and Viper. Look at how much more fuel Palmer is using with the 229 lap like that.
I've got right. Yerra's. I know he was using it before, wasn't he? I was going to say Yerra's got traction control on, but he's losing time using traction control, as naturally you would.
Try to make sure he consistently gets the good finish and the race points. Essentially, I think that's the only reason why he's using it.
It's a bit of a shame that Viper's thrown away a win here, but he's still on course for a podium.
As he nearly has another exit. We'll take a look at that. And we'll just take a look from the driver's eye and see what happened here. Yeah, on the AstroTurf. And just is absolutely close to just bidding it once more, but he's doing everything in his power to maintain the third place and try and stay within championship contention, of course.
Yeah, it is a shame to see some of these guys using the traction control system.
I mean, hey, it's there for a reason, so.
But in these conditions, I think it is welcome.
Oh, Viper's gone a bit too deep. He's gone a bit too deep in the braking. We'll see him.
Just running through to see who else. is using traction control. We've got Musha.
Oh yeah, very late on the brakes for SDM Viper there, but still not able to slow down in time.
I still don't really understand Tice's early pit stop.
Yeah, I kind of don't as well.
Oh, getting caught on the curb.
There is Doug Barrow, who's still, I believe, well down the order. It's now about 7 seconds or so to Class 3.
Huge slide. A huge moment there from Viper coming up Eau Rouge.
We'll go back with him. We'll go back up with the 20.
I can't believe he didn't lose that. That was close.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Let me tell you what.
That was insane.
I'll tell you what, that might be save of the day right there if there was one. Let me tell you what.
Well, save of the day so far, but that was ballsy. That was very ballsy.
Yeah, you can tell, I think Viper really trying to push on these intermediates and stay within close proximity. Look at the fuel difference between Viper and Uri and Polymer.
Yeah, he's doing well to fuel save, and James is even worse off. James and Palmer have the same fuel loads. No, James and Yera.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And, yeah, Palmer, Yera, and James are all in the same pit stop window, I think.
Oh, Yuri, big slide. Take a look at this one right here. Yeah, Yuri with the big slide. We'll take a look at this one real quickly.
How could it be sliding? He's got traction control on.
Did he have a big moment? Or am I just seeing things? Oh, yep, there it was. Rear stepped out, but he saved it. What a save that was right there. That was a big moment for the driver of the 77 right there.
Oh, he's had another one there as well. He's really struggling now.
Has he
actually?
actually?
He just had another one. He must have done, because he was on the right-hand side and having a little bit of a squirm.
What a big save for Yuri, who's really trying to, I think, stay close.
He's trying to close the gap. Oh, he's run wide. But,
yeah, he's really trying on those wets. I'll tell you what, I don't think he knows that these intermediates are better for him. If he's on those intermediates, he could do very well to be possibly for a race win. I don't think he knows that.
I do wonder if Palmer and Viper are in a party together. I haven't heard Viper at all in the background this week, so not too sure what's going on there, but it sounds like Palmer and Viper potentially know that the intermediates are better and are working together in that extent, but I'm just surprised that Yera hasn't realised.
I'll tell you what, I'll give the shout out to James Head, who's done pretty well in these wet weather conditions to stay kind of where he is right now. He's not that far off of a third place finish right there. And wouldn't he like some... Consistent. Yeah, really consistent thus far. Keelan's actually in the top 5 overall of this race.
Oh, Grand J10's had another mistake. Made another mistake there.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
He's going very slow.
Yeah, very slow thus far. And where's Doug Barrow? Oh, he's actually not that far off of Grand J10. And Mooshlot, somehow actually getting back up into P3.
Flying. Yeah, he's flying at the moment, Mooshlot. He's
Mooshlot doing extremely well in that 37. So he's done some work to get back up to where he is right now. Tell you what, for the comeback that he's made, wouldn't that be spectacular to see him get back on the podium after a business?
Well, Tice has gained a place. Tice has gained a place, but I think with that early pit stop, he's thrown his strategy out the window.
Yeah, and something's happened to K&K Don as well, because one of his laps is a 2:53.
Oh,
so
iPad is off. He's got it back.
And where's Barr? Because Barr has had a bit of a moment as well. iPaz is actually going to go into the pits.
Lap 5 for K&K Dot. He's had a huge mistake somewhere and lost 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, did you see that? He was very eager to get that thing going, but then the wheels were like, nope. He was really desperate to try and get back up the field.
I do worry that someone's going to have a huge incident somewhere.
Oh, I'm thinking that, like, there's the big one that's kind of happening.
Someone did. Is that iPaz into the pit lane? Who is that? Yeah, iPaz is in.
Yeah, iPaz is in the pit lane at the moment. Yeah,
right, pit window is open. I think we're going to start to see these the top 3 guys start to come in on the next lap.
I'll tell you what,
James might pit this one.
I'll tell you what, iPaz, he's just gotten on for full fuel. He's put full fuel in that car, so that's rather interesting. Palmer's actually going to get the overlap. So IPES will be shown the blue flag. So we'll show the flash of lights.
Yeah, there it is, blue flag.
Yep, blue flag situation.
And the light board as well. Oh, that looks fantastic.
James Head's actually in the pits.
Yeah.
James Head's in the pits.
I thought he might come in. He's the one worst on fuel at this current time.
Yeah, that. I'll tell you what, Viper has a real good chance of doing this at a one stop, and this could. I'll tell you what, if the fuel situation stays as it is, where Ure and Palmer have to use more fuel, Viper could win on his fuel. Because I think naturally,
I'll be honest, I don't think. I think Viper's throwing his win away here. Unfortunately, I hate to say it,
look
but
at the
I think
fuel.
he has.
Look at the fuel. Look at the fuel situation. I'll tell you
He's
what.
got one more lap. He's. Oh no, he won't hit. They're all on the same pit stop
Palmer and
strategy.
Ure, I think, have got to make 2 stops. I genuinely think they do. Viper, if he could stay as is, continue the pace he's going with his fuel consumption, and still pit for a full tank of fuel at the 30-minute mark and have the same sin as he is, I think he's in real good running by winning on just the natural fuel consumption that he uses. There's a real good possibility that he has the chance.
I don't see it, so I can't agree with you on that. But I do think this is our finishing order.
Well, I'm just kind of throwing out predictions as we near the halfway point of the race, so I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I can't see that Viper will get higher than 3rd here, in my opinion. But he's got traffic now as well, so...
Palmer, I think...
Oh, he's gone wide. Viper's gone wide. Yeah, he's struggling. He is struggling.
Take a look at the race. Oh, just a bit wide, but not too terrible. But, so this is going to be interesting. What are pit stops? I think Palmer, I think he's going to try and hold out for one more lap if possible, but I think...
Palmer can't afford to... The pit stop window's open, he's got to come in this lap, surely.
Yeah, I think...
He has got fastest lap so far.
Yeah, he's got to come in, and I think he's got to make another stop. I think he's got to make a second stop. I think that's just what it is. Yuri's gone wide. Yuri's gone extremely wide. He's actually cut the pit entry.
The pit line. He's cut that pit line. I saw that. I have seen that.
Oh, you know what?
Viper's staying out. Viper is staying out for another lap.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I told you.
He had 2 huge moments there.
And this is exactly what I'm saying, Elliot. He's got the fuel to last, so I think he could win by virtue of just only making 1 stop, whereas Palmer and Uri have got to make 2. Yuri's getting into his pit box now. Palmer, the fuel's going in. But this is good. I think going to be very interesting here. I think it's going to be very interesting.
The guy in the suit is at the back of the garage this week.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he doesn't want to get his nice suit wet. Full tank of fuel for Palmer. So I think if he can save a bit of fuel this stint, he might have a good shot at the race win. Ure is coming out now.
He's got to do another pit stop.
Yeah,
he's got to do another pit stop.
That's exactly what I'm saying right there. Yuri's got to make another stop, and he's actually staying on the wets. He's staying on the wets.
Yeah, he hasn't learnt yet. He hasn't learnt. But when he watches this back, when he watches this back, he is going to realise that the intermediate is quicker.
Yeah. Unless he's so confident that he can do something with the wets. I'm not saying he's not on a bad strategy, because he's a very talented driver. I'm just kind of curious on how he's going to do with this strategy. Unless he's going to go for the intermediates on the final stint, which could be a given.
What? This pit stop phase, the pit stop time is...
Did you see
you're
that?
on board with Viper, right? We're both on board with Viper.
I just got on with him. That corner is a death trap as it starts to go straight.
He was about 15 seconds back. Viper was about 15 seconds off the lead. He was 8 to Palmer, who was 7 to Viper.
Yeah.
To Yera. Or sorry. He was 8 to Yera, and Yera was 7 to Palmer, so 15 seconds.
Viper, I think, has got to come in this lap, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see what the gap is to Yera.
I'll tell you what, if Viper could save a bit of fuel, the gap to Palmer is 23 seconds or so, and is slowly, but not very much, is coming down. Oh, it's now going up. So this is going to be an interesting strategy for us. I'll tell you what, Viper... if he goes as is right now, I think he could very well have the win of this race. He's going to come into the pits. I think he just... Oh.
What I missed? I didn't see it.
He was sliding the rear a bit around on the entry into pit lane. I think if he could go as...
The game will penalise him for that. The game will penalise him for... The game penalises wall riding coming into pit lane.
He did not wall ride, though. That's the thing. So this is going to be very interesting as well. Where is Palmer on track? He's actually coming through the final chicane now. And where is Viper? He's not even at his pit box yet. He's just getting there now.
So, yeah, Yeah, we're going to see. So it was 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds to Yera before, as he came into the pits. So let's see when he comes out what the gap's going to be. But he's got to come out about now.
He's still in the pits. He's still in the pits.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Oh, he's now coming out. And he's, I think, filled up to the end. You think he's going to fill up to the end? You think he's gone to the end, I think, if he's saving a bit of fuel.
40, it's about 41 seconds here, Trevor, is the pit stop time frame.
If Viper could have a clean stint as it is, not like that, going extremely wide.
Going to be a penalty?
No. Oh, yeah. Yep. So we thought...
Do you know what? This is... do you know what? Viper's got second.
Yeah? You think so?
Because if you look at the... Look, he's got a... Yera's definitely got a... Oh my gosh, Yera's definitely got a pit again. Viper doesn't. Viper
That's what I've been saying, mate. That's what I've been saying.
Palmer might have to make a splash and dash. Or heavily fuel save.
But given the excruciatingly long pit entry, that's going to cost him a ton of time as well.
This is it's quite interesting because Palmer's going to need to fuel save.
So is Viper, but just iPez has gone off. iPez has gone off. A lot of GT4 guys coming into the pits. As a matter of fact, the guys who have stayed out is KNK Bar and TJIS, and they're going to have to come back in sometime soon. Doug Barrow,
KNK
Actually, Doug Barrow stayed out as well. Doug Barrow has stayed out as well. So where's Keelan in all of this? Keelan's in the pits.
He was race leader, wasn't he, Keelan?
Yeah, he was. He was.
This is a long stop. Oh, someone
and Mouchelot's gone back out. Mouchelot's gone back out in the race lead.
Did we miss something?
Did we? Yeah, did we miss something? What? Keelan's been jumped. What?
Keelan's been jumped by Hair Razor as well.
What? What happened?
That's crucial. That is very crucial.
What
because they're on the same strategy.
Let me look at the sector times. What happened to Keelan?
Did Keelan just forget to do his pit stop options?
Let
me have a look and see if I can spot him.
Did you think he might have ran out of fuel on his in-lap?
No, I think...
Look at that lap.
He lost those places.
Oh, you know what? Look at his laptop.
He's driving around the outside and he's off.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
no, that's not going to work. Yeah, that's going to throw him another penalty. But look at the laps. Look at the one lap he's had compared to
hang on,
Hair Razor and Mouchelot. Look at lap 10. 3-minute 13-second lap. 3-minute 13-second lap. Did you think he might have ran out of fuel?
No, he hasn't. On just before on the lap where Viper came into the pit lane, which is. He came in before Keelan came into the pit stop. Keelan is not showing in first place in the GT4 category. I need to go back and find out if I can see what happened, but where is he? Keelan, right, Keelan's in the lead of GT4 there.
No, Keelan is...
Pitted. He pitted way before.
He did.
Hang on. I'm in a replay camera here, but...
While we got that situation going out, we got Palmer, who is the race leader at the moment.
Keelan's made one extra stop.
Has he? Did he forget to fill up? Do you know what? Did you think he might have forgot to fill up? He might have rushed it through and forgot to fill up. So he's had to pit again.
Maybe he had what Swift had back in the GT3s where he pressed the accelerator and it took him out the pit lane. Oh, Palmer's up behind them. Palmer's up behind them.
Oh, he's got to wait. He's got to wait patiently. This is not working out well for him at all. All he's got to do is just sit and wait. Oh, here raises forced Keelan wide.
Oh,
and that's really worked out for Palmer. You cannot make that up. You cannot make this up. No,
Keelan should really give that place back to Hairraiser because they both should have got out of the way there. But I think
they were side. To be fair, Hairraiser forced Keelan wide. Hairraiser has given the position back.
In the replay, Keelan came in a couple of laps before Viper did his pit stop, and I think he came out after only fueling a little bit, and then he's had to make another pit stop. In my opinion, that's what's happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's had to make 2 pit stops.
So blue flag situation for Mushala as he lets SLM Plumber on by. Right now, K&K Dot. Yeah, and interestingly enough, K&K Dot is now leading this race in the GT4 category by 3.4 seconds over the young chap himself, Doug Barrow.
Yeah, Viper's got another penalty and has dropped back by a second since the pit stop phase, but he's now going to face the traffic.
Yeah, so, this is actually going to be a bit crucial for Viper as well, because I don't think he knows that the guys up front could be.
Now, whatever you're going to say, he's going to know because he sat next to you. But
I think he knows that he's consuming less fuel than the guys up front, but they've got to make a second stop. Unless he's got to make a second stop with the current fuel situation that he's doing. Yeah, Viper's got way more fuel in the tank than the guys behind, so he's got to have to use the bit of traffic as well to his advantage.
He's got to hope the traffic keeps out of his way, unlike they did with Palmer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, unfortunately, it was a two-wide situation.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
He needs to take it easy because he's going to get the slipstream off the GT4s.
Yep. Going to get by bar, no problem there. So easy does it. Easy does it for the 20. Oh, sideways a bit.
He's getting caught. He's getting caught in the draft, so it's unsettling. The rear end.
Good control for the Viper. Good control for Viper. Well done for the 20.
He's gained on Yera as well.
Has Yuri had an incident?
It was 11 seconds, and it was 11 seconds. It's gone back up to 10. So I wonder if that's because of the traffic navigating.
You think Yuri had a bit of issues just trying to get by the traffic?
I think he did at some point, but do you know what? He's gone.
Oh, Yuri, extremely wide, extremely wide.
Mushalot up ahead. He's not going down the inside of Mushalot, even though Mushalot's keeping out the way.
Yeah. Mushalot's gonna have the inside. He can't turn in on them. That's good.
Yeah.
So good driving thus far.
He's lost it. He's going to have lost a lot of time there. Watch this gap go up to about 9 seconds between Yera and Viper.
10 seconds now.
Yeah.
Wait,
no, it didn't. Okay.
Who's he lost time to?
He's gained about 8 tenths.
Okay.
Viper's gained 8 tenths on Yera.
Okay, so let's go back now down.
Now got to get through Doug. He's got to get through.
This is gonna be a ballsy move. Oh my lord!
Not the safest place to get that move done, but he has got it done. Where's Viper in all this? Viper's got some traffic ahead, but he's going to clear them nowhere near over.
You know what?
So that's fine.
Nerves of steel for Doug Barrow. My lord, he didn't even phase to that one bit. Wow.
It was dangerous from Yera because it's not Doug that should move out the way. It's Yera should be the one that's got to pass.
That was an extremely risky move, but I think Yeri had no choice but to do it. I think he had no choice but to do it.
Because there was no contact, I can't really look into that as an investigation.
No. Yeah. I get you.
It was dangerous.
I'll tell you what, though, it definitely. I think Yeri. I think Yeri made that move a while ago. He was committed to that move a while ago, and he was just thinking, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and race is over. Because right now in this rain, a lot of these drivers are taking a lot of risks right now. It's very interesting.
Viper on Keelan. Viper's driven into the back of Keelan.
He's letting him get by.
Viper went straight into the back of Keelan there.
Come on, we'll go back into it. Is there damage? No damage to be seen, but a lot of time to be lost. 11.1 seconds now. Yeah, he slashed, so he knows it's apologizing to Keelan for that one.
Hair Razor just dropped off the back of Keelan. Keelan's not gaining on Mushalot. Mushalot's gaining on Doug. And K&K Dot's just up the road.
Yeah,
so
Doug's not even gaining on K&K Dot either, so at the moment, K&K Dot might be the fastest GT4 on track at the moment.
Keelan, oh, Keelan! Whoa, hold on to that, Keelan. Well held.
Take a look at this. Is it one of those moments again?
It's one of those moments again.
Yep, on the AstroTurf. Yeah, very well. Oh, well held for Keelan. Good stuff right there.
Lucky. He's lucky.
Palmer still leading the way over Ure. 9 seconds, or 10 seconds, I say, is the gap.
Yeah.
The current fuel situation at the moment.
Grand J10 is off. Oh wow, they caught right up to Grand J10 now to lap the GT3 field. As Palmer's now got ahead of Dougie.
To be fair, Palmer with about what lap did Palmer pit? Was about 17 or 15 minutes ago that Palmer came into the pits.
Palmer,
because if it is, and he filled up to the end, 15 minutes now, he's got to make another stop. He's used half of his fuel in 15, 14 minutes of racing.
Half the time.
Yeah,
in
based on the time, he's got to come back into the pits. Based on the time, he's got to come back. And as for Viper,
safe here. Do you know what? This is close. If Viper can keep it on the road, he's got the win here because both Palmer and Yera are gonna need to pit. And the pit stop.
And Viper, yeah,
40 seconds.
Viper purple sector 1, so he's fastest out of anyone in sector 1 right now. And this could be huge dividends right now. And I just said it like Donald Trump right there, as he had a tank slapper. So,
but will his tyres hold on? If he comes into the pit for new tyres, that's a 20. At least
to be quite honest with you, he's
stop.
actually, I think, been pretty conservative with the tyres. I think he's been doing this very, very well.
He's sliding too much. He either needs traction control, or just needs to chill out a bit. But right now, he's got the lead by about 19 seconds.
He's got to save the fuel a little bit as well.
Oh, he's not helping himself. He's not helping himself. He's not helping himself.
Whoa! Another slide.
He needs to take it easy. He's got the win in the bag if he just takes it easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knows about that because he's he's got his earbuds in right next to me, so that's going to be.
You'll have to excuse me for just a moment.
Okay, that's fine. While Elliot's being excused for a little bit, we'll take a look down at the GT4 field at the moment, where it is still K&K Dot who leads the way about 5 seconds or so above Doug Barrow, who's sitting in P7 overall, second in class. He's got about a tenth of a penalty, but K&K Dot 5/10 of a second penalty thus far. Mushlot doing pretty well thus far. He's kind of gaining a bit on Doug Barrow in a way, but not too far back. K&K Dot doing very, very well thus far in the number 04. Wouldn't he love a classic win today? Oh! 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 That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh! Oh, that is big. Oh, yeah, the room might be shutting itself. Yeah, that's big. That is big. Yep, K&K Dot. Oh, that is big. Yep, everyone is, oh, wow. I have... That's a big one. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly red flag the race, because... Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to red flag this race just for the fact that, yeah, this is now just happened. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, race is gonna be red flagged. That's very interesting. Yeah, all of a sudden, We had Elliot in the lobby, and then the next thing you know, the half the field just DCs. Yep, there's an invitation from Elliot right there. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a big one. Give me 1 second.
Strange.
Yeah, everything just kind of disconnected itself. Yeah, I've red flagged the race.
That was strange because half the lobby disconnected and the other half stayed.
No, there was half of it disconnected, and then like and then another quarter of it disconnected. So I'm going back to before when the lobby didn't.
Which is strange because you also disconnected from the party.
On my screen, you disconnected from the party as well.
That's very strange. I think what I might do is we had a quarter of the race left to go.
Yeah, we had about 18 minutes left of racing to go.
Okay, so I think we can consider this.
Here, this is what I'm gonna do.
I can take it back to a 20-minute race.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Here, well, first of all, we're gonna advise everyone here. I'm gonna advise everyone to wait in order. In race running order on the front stretch. Yeah, can you, yeah, I'm going to advise everyone to... Okay, so to all of you that are waiting in the race lobby right now, I'm going to advise all of you to wait on the front stretch of the race, of where the finish line is. You can go around for an out lap and then just kind of wait for the race to resume. Yeah, that was pretty interesting as well, because I think I got live time. Actually, I'm going to save the replay as well, just in case. Well, I'm going to ask them to save replay. I want everyone on track for visibility checks as well. Yeah.
Right, tell me when everyone's in, and then what I'll do is I'll change
I've got about 13 on track at the moment. We're still waiting for about... I got one more. We got one more person who's got to join back real quickly, and I think...
Is Iapez back?
Iapez is here. Iapez is here.
KNK Dot?
KNK Dot. Yurei... Yeah, Yuri's back in the lobby now.
Has he just joined?
Yeah, he's just joined, so... Yeah, so everyone who is watching the live stream right now, you will be asked to... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm on the stream now. What Grand J10's... What Palmer's doing, that is fine. That is fine right there. Yeah, I just need the field to line up behind Palmer in race running position. So Yurei, you would be second. Yeah, that's very strange though. That's very strange.
Right, let's do... Is everyone back in?
Yurei did rejoin the lobby, but he's not on the track as of yet. Okay, Yurei's just rejoined the track right now.
Okay, stand by.
Yeah.
Everyone had about half a tank, didn't they?
Yes, if you want to put the fuel to about 50% or so, actually...
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, frick. Oh.
You alright?
What? Okay, Viper has reported
Is everyone
a
on
pit glitch.
circuit?
No, Viper's just reported a pit glitch.
Yeah, I see. I can't see several people on... I can't see several people on track. I can't see... Oh no, hang on, everyone's going to track now.
Yeah, the only people I do not see on track at the moment are yourself, myself, K&K Dot, and Viper. We do have 15 people in the lobby.
Right, that's fine. I'll tell you what, I'm going to set it to 25 minutes so we can still get the pace lap in.
That is fine. That is fine. Okay, so... Yeah, we're going to red flag the race and have Palmer be the lead car. And then everyone's going to line up behind them accordingly, so it would be then next Viper.
And hopefully this time I won't miss up the pit entry.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm going to do then is kind of flip the camera view to variable. And so you can see right there, yeah, the grid. Of course, we do, yeah, so then I'm going to disable the race info as well.
Yeah, so everyone will be on 50% fuel as well?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fine.
Wow, okay, we've got to try and get through this. Viper's come out the pit lane and straight away got a 3...
Because he was ignoring yellow flag.
Oh, yeah, so
he's got to try and
what on
get...
earth is going on here?
Yeah, everyone's got to get in position, obviously. Okay, so James Head was 4th, Grand J10 was 5th, and then... What?
Is everyone in order?
I got the replay saved. Yeah. Also, Elliot, I was advised by CJ as well to check for race lap, check for fastest laps. Oh yeah, we're doing one. Yeah, we're doing fine.
What?
I have to make that actually known.
Well, fastest laps are all going to be determined probably in this second half anyway, because everyone's going to be on low fuel and fresh tyres. Was anybody able to save the replay?
I was able to save the replay.
You were?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
And a couple other people were as well. So.
Okay, we'll be able to determine fastest lap from that.
Are we doing a single file restart? I assume. I assume we're doing a single. Watch it. You're moving again.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just because everyone's still bunched up. Is everyone in order?
Let me double check. I can't check. I just need to know if it's single file restart. Then I can double check.
That's what I was just. Hang on.
All right, I was just about to type that as well. Yeah, my bad, my bad on that. Let me double check see who is in order. Okay, so yeah, Palmer is gonna just hold still.
There are people chopping, changing position in GT4 class.
I'm trying to let them know.
In final.
Yeah, so Palmer would lead the way, then it's Yure, and then it's Viper, James, Grand J10, then it should be K&K Dot.
So K&K Dot needs to come forward then.
Yeah. You can reset. You can change the grid around. I'm pretty sure.
Do it by set grid.
Yeah.
Love it when a server crashes.
Yeah. That was a little odd. So. Can you change the grid accordingly?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah, set by host. Yeah, that's what you're gonna need to do.
Right, okay, so it's Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer. Yeah, Yure, Viper, James, Grand J10, K&K Dot.
James. I need to put myself at the top.
Yeah.
James, K&K Dot, did you say?
No, it's James, Grand J10, and then K&K Dot as the first of the GT4s. Then it's Doug, then Mushla, and then Keelan actually got...
K&K Dot. Who's after K&K Dot?
Doug Barrow.
Yep.
Mushalot.
Yep.
And then Keelan, and then I'm trying to figure out who was 10th.
I think it's Hair Razor.
Hair Razor. Okay, I do
Was
not
it Hair
have...
Razor, Tice, Bar, Iapez?
Repeat that one more time.
Keelan, Hair Razor, Tice, Bar, Iapez.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna make a message saying who was 10. I'm going to make a message saying who was 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th before I disconnect.
Okay.
12 and 13. Okay, I will let you know accordingly who is in where before before the disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is kind of like oh my god the
What?
Oh my god the freaking windshield wipers, oh my god, it's giving me a great acid trip right now. Oh my god. Yeah. Hang on, let me see. Okay, Hairraiser was 10th before the DC, so we need 11th through 13th. I have a strong feeling that iPez was at the back of the grid when the race had the DC.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So I've got Keelan 10th, Hairraiser 11th.
I was behind right. Hairraiser in front of Keelan. Yeah.
I was what?
Hold on. So the race order was Keelan I'm trying to see who was on. Yeah. So it was Doug Mouchlat.
Can you not go on race results?
Can I not? Let me double check. I cannot. No, unfortunately.
Oh no, it's blank.
Yeah. Okay, so the running order right now should be Palmer, Yere, Viper, James, Grand J10, Kane, Doug, Mouchlat, and then Keelan, and then Hairraiser from Keelan was 10th.
Hang on.
So now we need
Keelan was 10th. Yeah, Keelan's 10th, Hairraiser 11th.
Oh, you're doing that with the pace car. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's a point. Yeah, hang on, let me put the pace car at the back.
What position? Okay.
Change. Right, okay, so Doug, Mouchlat, Keelan.
Okay, no, here we go. Keelan was, here it is. From 11th to 13th, Tice was 11th, Barr in 12th, and iPez 13th.
Okay, I need to know Hairraiser and Keelan.
Hairraiser ahead of TGIS, and Keelan in front of Hairraiser.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And that's it, grid set.
Thank you. Okay, so to all drivers, the race is being restarted. We do have grid positions sorted.
Right,
and we will quickly get this race back up and running. So this is kind of an unusual predicament that's happened here, but you know, we're trying to get the race going up and running as much as we can. And so there is the final. Remember that the pace lab will be in effect for this restart as well. It will be single file restart as well. I actually should make that an announcement as well, just to point out.
Yeah, if you could do that on the pace lap.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to edit this video now after the race, which is going to be lovely.
Yeah, that's fine. It'll need it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to wait a couple of days before it can go out. Some people have actually done laps. That's actually great.
20 minutes. That was 17 minutes ago. We're going to get a pace lap in. So
oh, you did it at okay, so 25 minutes. Oh, I went back when I shouldn't have. Crap. That's fine. So 25 minutes now. It will be. Single file on. So we'll be single file on the restart. Oh. And so we're looking to get this. So we're looking to get this race back up and running. And I think, Elliot, this is our first ever legitimate red flag slash yellow. Race restart. I should say ever in SLM. So.
I do want to try and time it so I get round in about 4 minutes. but it might be about 21 minutes, I think.
And keep in mind, folks, this race will be extended as well in a bit of a way as well, because we did disconnect with about 17.5 minutes to go, but we did.
The other thing I didn't think about is fuel situation. So everyone come out on half a tank of fuel, but they've got to get around the pace lap as well.
Yeah. So we are getting this race restarted. Of course, it will be single file as well, and will be determined up by Palmer. So Palmer will get the front for the restart as well. Oh, and interestingly, Yuri has actually switched to the intermediates. So we knew this was going to happen. And I'll tell you what, right now, I think this is going to set them up for a sprint to the finish, because now Yuri has gone for those intermediate tires, which is what we were expecting to have happen. Viper's gone to the intermediates. James Head and Grandjet have stuck on the wet. K Dot will be on those wets for the restart, as well as Doug Barrow, Mushalat, and Keelan, interestingly, is going to go on the intermediates themselves. Hairraiser and Hairraiser is on the wets. TGIS is on the intermediates as well. Bar is on the wets, and iPads will be on the wets as well. So some of the GT4 guys actually using the intermediates, so that could pay a huge dividends for late in this race. And so our pace car, once again, driven by the well-infamous Elliott F64, gonna lead them off for this first ever restart in SLM. So this is gonna make things very interesting as well. And I tell you what, the disconnect is gonna be all the talk and for this race. And it just seems like, Elliott, like it was almost like the first round of the G2 World Challenge as well, where we had that major disconnect at Monza and we couldn't get the season going until a week later. Now we got the race going. We had the little disconnect, but then we got back together for this single file restart. So Palmer will lead them off. Oh, sorry, still waiting for the pace car to hop on away. Oh, and he does so as I say that. And so Palmer now will lead them off. Oh. And you can see right there on the display, Palmer now will lead them off for the race restart. Yuri on the new intermediates, as well as Viper. So everyone getting some fresh rubber. This is going to be a 21-minute sprint to the finish here for a lot of these guys. Elliott now into the pits. Going to wait for the field to pass on by. Palmer now on the throttle now, and he's going to let it off and fly for the 24 in the race lead. Yuri and Viper on the hunt for the race win. Oh, Yuri takes a very deep line. That's something you don't want to do, but it might have worked out for him in the long run. Oh, James, and look at the GT4s also skating on that rubber as well. Palmer now on the pressure from Yuri as well. Wouldn't he love a race win to try and get back for his third win of the season as well? Look at how close it is from the 77 to the 24. Not letting up right now. Defending to the inside is the number 24. 77 goes to the outside to try and get a run out there, but Viper not that far off as well. Can Viper try and do something on board with him for as well? Oh, there goes the brake marker as well, but Yuri, a little tap. A little bit of a tap right there. Oh, Yuri's going sideways, and Viper to the inside. Oh, gets sideways too. But this is going to be insanely close towards the race end here. Elliott, what a start to this race.
I'll be honest, I missed it because I was sat in the pit lane. I think Iapez has had another moment coming up by Rouge.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, there's one car who's immediately lost it on the start of this race. We'll go take a look, and yeah, it is Iapez, of course.
I did nearly time it quite well as well, because it's now 20 minutes left of the race to go.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's good. About half a lap later, we got 20 minutes left to go. So
Hairraiser with a slide.
Yeah. Oh, and Viper now. This is, and pretty much that disconnect has pretty much reset everything as it is, because now it's just like, oh, the strategy that we once thought was going to be what was has completely flipped on its table, and now it's pretty much a sprint to the finish here, essentially.
Absolutely. And we'll see. Now we get the proper chance to see just how well Palmer can hold on for this win. But they are going to need to make another stop. All the top three are going to need to make another stop.
Interestingly, Yuri, big moments for the 20 and the 77, as they had a big tank slapper thus far. Yuri saving the fuel just a tad. getting the expertise up to task. James 10 and Grand J10 having a little bit of battle of their own for 4th and 5th at the moment. Doug Barrow actually getting by Keeling. What's happened to Ken Gatot? He's lost out dramatically in that race. TGIS now up into 3rd. Doug Barrow on the wets. Wouldn't he love a GT4 class win here today? Go back up to the front right now where Ure's has gained quite the time on to Palmer as well, and Viper's right there as well. This is going to be an insanely close finish here for today at Spa-Francorchamps.
Tice on Keelan to the outside. He might make this work. If he can hold it on the outside, which he doesn't because Keelan washes wide, but he might get the switch back here.
Oh, actually a bit of contact between the 78 and the 22. Bit of the flash of the lights right there. TGIS not happy about that one as well. Go back up to the front of the field now where it is Ure still on the hunt for that race win. On board now with the Spaniard, not letting by.
Viper's round. Viper's round.
Oh, he has to go around. Big movement for the 20. Big movement for the 20.
Yeah, and here comes James and Grand J10 as well through.
Oh, what's happened here?
Very unfortunate, but Palmer now on the inside, Yera's trying on the outside.
Oh, same move for the 20! Oh, and that's a big crash!
They're still side by side. Still side by side. They're still side by side on the exit.
Oh, no, no way! This is going to be insane.
This is where Palmer should get the track position back.
Oh, yeah, there's actually a bit of contact between the 24 and the 77. But Yuri gonna... Oh, no. Bit of risky there.
I didn't see contact. But Viper's got it back together. Viper's got it back together and he's now straight back onto the tail of Grand J10.
James has gone around! James has gone around!
Yeah, James is round.
What a save that was for James.
Oh, and Viper into the back of Grand J10 as well. He's pushed him wide. He is waiting up. He is waiting up.
Yep, good move from Grand J10. And to think after all of this, Grand J10 could possibly get a P3 podium finish here today.
I don't know. Here comes Viper. Viper's looking very aggressive here.
Oh, he's hit him again!
No, there was a slight lag spike there, but no contact. As he goes round the outside, does Viper.
Oh, what a
move. Keep it on the track.
What a move.
Yeah, he's got it done.
Back up to the front of the field where Keelan, actually TGIS now up in the front of the race lead. Keelan now side by side with TGIS in the 78.
Out to K&K Dot as well. K&K Dot's going to go around the outside, which is going to become the inside. Doug needs to acknowledge that.
Oh, he hasn't. Contact, and they're actually inside of each other.
He didn't really leave him much. There's yellow flags up ahead. Grand J10's off.
So, Grand J10 has gone off. We'll take a look at this real quickly.
James got that place back.
Take a look at this right now. Was there a big slide? Oh, even in the ground jump and into the tire barrier goes Grand J10.
Damn. But K&K Dot's got that move done on Doug.
Oh yeah, he has the Spaniard up in the 3rd place. Doug Barrow had
Tice running away with
James into
it
the pits. James is in the pits.
That's a call. Yera's had a slide out of turn 1.
Yeah, so in the pits now for the number 7 Ferrari. And this is really interesting because now these GT4s... Oh, TGIS has gone around!
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, and he's still having his moment. He's rejoined. Was there contact with Keelan? Keelan's got bodywork damage on the front. Check that.
There was a bit of contact, actually. We're gonna go back to that again just to make sure.
Oh,
a late dive on the
Doug's
inside.
hit K&K Dot. Doug's hit K&K Dot. K&K Dot's round now.
Has he?
Yeah, K&K Dot's dropped behind Moosh a lot and is going to lose the place to Hair Razor. And Iapez is making his way back through the GT4 field, and James has rejoined in last, but he should get the jump on everyone else.
Oh, he has! Oh, no way! Oh my goodness gracious!
Was there contact? Was there contact with Keelan and Tice?
There was actually, just slight, but it sent Tice around.
Oh, he's gone wide though. Keelan's gone wide.
Has he actually?
The chicane. His yellow flags ahead. Oh, Grand J10's round again.
Oh, very round again. There's a GT4 car in the top 4 of this race.
Yep.
In 4th place. Unbelievable.
Question is Grand J10 going to affect that?
In some way, yes.
He's going to have to. Well, in fact, everyone's going to have to make a pit stop, so it's only temporary.
Yes, I said so. Keelan's gone wide. TGIS just a little bit off. Grand J10 gets by. Yep.
Keelan, 1.5 second penalty. At this current time,
oh, look at the penalty he's gotten. Oh, look at
He
the
needs to stay
penalty.
within 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to. He's gotta. Doug Barrow in third at the moment.
KK Dot.
Oh, big moment.
KK Dot's being chased by Hair Razor. Iapez in
Oh,
behind.
good move for Hair Razor to leave him the space. That's good for him. Iapez now, all he can really do is just sit and wait. Oh, KK Dot, he's actually been hit a little bit by Hair Razor. We'll go back up to the front of the field.
Around here by the winding road guys. He's gone slightly wide. He rejoined, yep. He gets just back in front of Hair Razor.
We'll go back up to the front of the field real shortly.
Tice is wide. Oh, he kept it on the circuit though. Let's have a look. Battle for first is still on it. Viper has just gone. He's losing time. Viper's lost 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to make a pit stop. He's got to make a pit stop. He's got more fuel, but not much.
Yeah, he seems to be much better on his fuel load, and I don't understand how.
I'll tell you what though, if Viper can get a good of an undercut and make a good comeback here, he could try and challenge for a race win.
Watch for Yarrow. Palmer's going to have to defend here.
Late move to the inside, try to fake. Nothing doing there yet.
Not doing it here.
Yep, not yet. These three guys in the top three have cleared off, but in the background, on the back, you can see on the map, it's all hell breaking loose. And I absolutely mean that. Where Mouchelot and KK Dots
chasing Mouchelot. James is ciphering his way through as well.
Oh yeah, he's made his pit stop.
Iapez.
He did make that pit stop, so he's kind of stuck in traffic at the moment, but these top three guys still making their way out on track.
On the run down to Eau Rouge, James is trying to split them, and he's got it done.
And
even KK Dots got through. KK Dots got through on that blue flag as well. Well, not even a blue flag, but Mouchelot keeping out the way for the GT3.
Take a look at this from the interior view right here. Oh, what a ballsy move from James Head right there. And that's what you like to call...
Iapez is coming through. Iapez has got through. Mouchelot staying to the inside of KK Dot. Oh, KK Dot's gone way too deep into the corner and he's hit Iapez.
He's actually been hit. He's actually been hit. Oh, he's holding up this field. He's holding up this field. Iapez is going to be told to get out of the way.
Here comes Hair Razor through as well. But
yeah, Iapez is holding up KK Dot rapidly. He's holding him up rapidly.
Yeah, here comes Mouchelot having a look. Iapez, oh, he's having his moment. He's keeping off the track. He's got to let him through.
So this is going to be interesting right here because Yere and Palmer are pretty much on identical fuel loads at the moment, but they've got a pit. So this might be... I'll tell you what, this could either be a case of whether one takes tires or they both take tires or one takes fuel and just splash and dashes it. Palmer is in and Yuri is in. This is going to be very, very interesting here as well.
Yeah, they're nose to tail as well coming in.
Yeah.
Viper's going to have to come in as well. He can't go another lap. Oh, he's gone deep.
He's got one, as a matter of fact.
He's going to have to get across, get round that post. He's done it. That's the other thing as well. Don't forget that Yera cut that pit line on the exit.
Yeah, that could be interesting as well. So that's going to be an automatic 10-second penalty for Yere.
3 second time penalty.
Oh, 3 second. Okay, yeah, I thought it was...
If it was 10, that's harsh.
Okay. Yeah, that was very sketchy indeed right there. So we'll go look at the back right here. Grand J10, yeah, he's going to come in this time by. And so some of the... Oh, Keelan's extremely wide.
Wow. He's under pressure from Tice now. But Tice is using way more fuel. Keelan serving... He's still got 1.4
about. Grand J10. Grand J10's actually staying out. Grand J10's actually staying out. They're all coming in. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
James staying out.
Yep, that's a given. Doug.
They're side by side. Wow, Yera and Palmer were side by side coming into Eau Rouge.
Oh, we're going board now. Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Yera's giving him a tap.
Yep.
They hold position.
This is absolutely insane right here from the Spaniard of Yere. He's giving it absolutely everything he's got for this championship lead.
Viper gained 3 seconds. Viper has gained 3 seconds.
Palmer to the inside, hangs it out right there. Yere's going to try it, but Palmer clears him just fine. Grand J10 will have to come in.
Have to pit.
There's actually a good possibility that Grand J10 might have to come... Oh, he's gone deep.
He's going to pick up a hefty time penalty for that.
He will.
He's going to run out of fuel.
Oh, he's going around. Yeah, look at that. 1.5 seconds penalty right there.
Yeah, that was 2 seconds. So he's effectively now got... Oh, it is anything over 2 seconds from now.
Doug's actually got himself some clean space because he's got to have an absolutely flying in lap here for the
stop. He's done well with his fuel. He's done very well with his fuel.
He has.
Where's Mouchelot?
He has.
Mouchelot is there. Keelan's there. Tice has lost out to Keelan dramatically in the pit stop phase.
Yeah.
Keelan's under fuel.
Look at how much fuel.
Keelan's under fuel again.
Look, yeah. Is Keelan under fuel again? Look at, yeah, he's under fuel again. Oh my lord. iPad's going wide. iPad's gone wide. Yere's lost out a bit. He's lost about a couple tenths or so.
He's gone deep there.
Oh, Yere, big slide. Big slide from Yere.
They're all doing it. They're all doing it.
They are all doing it, yeah. Viper out in third on the AstroTurf.
Yeah. He's still gaining on them though. He needs to, not by doing that he won't. He needs to keep it on the road. He needs to keep it on the road because he will gain.
Grand J10 going extremely wide. He's really close on the fuel.
Track limits. He doesn't know what track limits are. He's looking for an early way home.
And he actually doesn't get a penalty for that, which is quite a surprise. So
lucky.
He's actually going to serve his penalty. Yeah, he's serving it right now, but he's got to make his way into the pits right now. There's no question about that.
Yeah, he has to come in.
Yeah, he's in the pits now. So,
where's James? James will easily jump him. In fact,
James, yeah, he's coming through. Yeah, he's easily going to jump him. He's easily going to jump him.
Doug might as well.
No, he's got a pit.
Right, Yere and Palmer are still going at it.
Yeah, they're still going at it. This is like watching a Formula 2 race, to be quite honest with you. It's like watching.
Yeah, they're still together.
Yeah, they're still somehow together. This is insane stuff right now between the two.
Is there an overlap?
This is some of the greatest racing you're going to see all season long. Doug's actually stayed out. Doug's actually stayed out, as well as Mouchelot.
Must be doing really well in his fuel.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
He's gone deep though.
Yere tried it, but Palmer's going to fend off right on back.
Yeah, they're still side by side again.
Yeah, still side by side. Yere just going to nail onto the lead of this race.
He won't get it done around the outside.
No, that's going to have to go a bit wide.
I don't know, there's still an overlap.
I'll tell you what, he's still right there. He's still there. He
had to back out. He's still there.
Oh, he's getting in the bollards.
He got hit on the floppies.
Yeah, he lost out a tremendous load of time right there. You're not going to get it done right there.
Nah, he's lost a lot of time by hitting those floppies.
Oh, he did, yeah. There's no way he's going to get that back. I'll tell you what, though. Look at how much Viper has gained on these two guys. He's now 7.2 seconds back.
Yeah, he's catching.
He's absolutely on it. But at the same time, big tank slapper. Gone off a bit wide.
He needs to take it easy. He needs to take it easy.
Yeah, he does. He does. No penalty right there. But he's doing everything in his power he can to try and catch up. It's now 8 seconds now, the gap between himself and Yere.
Well, Yere's got a 3-second time penalty heading his way after the race. At this stage,
yeah, he does.
Viper's got 1.
Wait, what?
Viper's got a 1-second time penalty because he's got 2 tenths, which rounds up to 1, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got to serve that, of course.
Yeah, so he needs to serve that, but also get back onto the tail. He's lost the
Grand
time again.
J10, he's gone a bit wide. Grand J10's gone wide. Doug Barrow.
Yeah, he's still hunting that early way home.
Oh, Keelan and Mouchelot now having a little battle. Keelan's going to get on by. Mouchelot actually goes a bit wide. Yeah, Mouchelot's going to...
Sure, what happened to Mouchelot? Check the sector times. I'm sure he's had a slow one.
He's gone a bit wide a little bit. Mouchelot... Yeah, he's gone very slow.
He lost 2 seconds because Keelan's on.
Oh, he's gone around as a matter of fact!
Who has? Oh, yeah.
Mouchelot!
He's on the wets, Keelan's on the intermediates. And in fact, Grand J10's in the wall as well.
Oh, no, are you serious?
Yeah, he's gone around. Let's have a look through.
Yeah, he hit the, Mouchelot hit the AstroTurf.
Yere's back on the tail of Palmer again.
Oh, you cannot make this up. Are you serious? This is great stuff. This is great stuff right here for the number 7
side. Going right to the edge of the circuit. To the outside goes Yere again. He's going to have to get the switch back.
Yeah, try not break him. Doug Barrow now into the pits with just a little under 3 liters of fuel to go.
He should jump Mouchelot now.
Look at how much Viper's gained on these two.
Mouchelot's into the pits, and another penalty to be handed out to Mouchelot as well.
Look at how much Viper's gained on these two. Look at how much he's gained on them.
Well, something's happened somewhere.
Yeah,
surely something's happened somewhere. He's 3 seconds back
235. 3 seconds to gain.
And he served his pit stop. He's not his pit stop, his penalty. He served his penalty as well.
Oh, Yuri's going in the grass!
Yuri's off!
Oh, what a save there! What a save!
I saw that from I saw that from Viper's point of view. Viper's in P2 right now with the penalty situation.
This is unbelievable. After a big spin where it looked like it could have been absolutely crucial.
No. He's...
Oh, no way!
That was save of the day. That was save of the day. The car spun left, car spun right. James has had a moment now as well. Grand J10's struggling still.
On board now. Oh, you know what? He hit the wheel lock at about 180 degrees, then quickly back up to 90 degrees for Viper. What a save he's had.
Yeah, but he was within, after Yera's incident, it was 2.7 seconds, the gap. It's now back up to 3.3. At this stage, Viper's not going to get it.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting here thus far, because now Palmer, this is the much needed air breathing space. Yeri's gone wide.
Yeah, he has. Is he going to pick up a penalty for it?
It might be.
No.
If Yeri and Palmer can keep fighting it off with each other, this could allow Viper to take a very, very...
No, he's got a penalty. Viper's got a 1 second penalty.
Oh
Rounded.
my god. You can see a bit of damage on the bodywork of Yeri and a cracked front light as well. He's been in the back of a couple times of Palmer. This is absolutely crazy stuff right here. Kalen now, I think is just going to make it on fuel. I think he's just going to make it on fuel. TGIS with a 410. What?
Yeah, he did. I was just asking if Keelan pit, but yeah, we thought he under fuel.
Oh, KK Dot. Look at how much fuel KK Dot has left in the tank.
Yeah, Doug's going.
He's got a 4/10 penalty, so that's going to give KK Dot 3rd place.
No, it's not, because KK Dot's going to need to pit.
No, he's really close on fuel. He could make one more lap work. He could make it work.
Doug's backed off.
Has he actually? Yeah, he has.
I can't see KK Dot making it on fuel. I can't see him making it on the fuel load.
We'll take a look at it right here, right now. I'll monitor this. You monitor the guys up front. KK Dot's gone wide.
The battle for the lead. The battle for the lead is back on.
Is it back on? No way.
Yeah, but Viper's
Doug's serving his penalty. KK Dot's gone too deep. He's gone too wide.
And he's missed the pit lane.
He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it.
He's gonna go for it, isn't he?
He's gonna go for it. Yeah. Blue flag situation. What's the blue flag for? Hold on. What the heck?
I don't know what that blue flag was for, but they're still racing, and hopefully they've seen that as well by looking back.
4 seconds.
Razor's low on fuel.
Viper's lost out a bit of time as well, and he's now 4 seconds back. But he's still got that 4/10 penalty.
We've got one more lap to go after this one's been completed, and Yera is still on the back of Palmer.
I'll tell you what. While I go through the GT4 results as well, you keep an eye out for the lead of the GT4 of the GT3s just thus far.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Here we go again.
Now. Yeah.
Here we go. Once again.
Oh, little tap, little love tap. He hasn't yet broken the other headlight.
No, he hasn't. Not yet. Oh, actually, he has, to be honest with you. He has. Palmer to the inside.
Yeah, so slightly, yeah.
Palmer to the inside. And these guys are going to have absolutely one more lap to duke it out. And this has been nothing shorter than being absolutely crazy this race has been. A disconnect, and it's just reset everything, and it's just like, holy crap, now we have a race on our hands, essentially.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just having a look. Viper's not doing enough.
No.
And he's got a 1 second penalty now. James is hanging on in there.
Yeah, I don't...
Grand J10 is...
I think Grand J10's way far off. I think he's going to finish as is. And so that's
leading the way there.
Yeah, Keelan's got the lead. KK Dot is extremely close on the fuel situation. He's extremely close, as well as Doug. But KK Dot, Hellraiser's in the same situation as KK Dot. Keep that in mind. So Doug Barrow might be able to hold on for a 3rd place finish.
Is Iapez going to get 10th?
Probably.
Overall.
Probably.
In his GT3 chasing down the GT4.
Probably, I'm not too sure. But Grand J10 will be the first of them all to cross the line and take home a 5th place finish. Keelan will take home another win, his 4th win of the season, and extend the points lead. and make it on field as well. TGIS in second place. The man of SLM, the Kimi Räikkönen of SLM, will come home in the McLaren-themed cringeworthy livery in P2. And it's still a battle for third and fourth. KK Dot, I think, is just going to hold on. No, he's run out of fuel. KK Dot's run out of fuel.
He's run out of fuel, and no, he didn't. He was serving his penalty and then ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
As he got back on the gas.
So Doug's just going to hold on for third. What a race that was. And then Bar and Muschlot will come home for their respective positions. Palmer and Ure still at it. Viper's lost out a bit. Ure's gone wide. Ure's gone wide.
KK Dot's disconnected.
No, he hasn't. Not for me, at least.
He has. Watch.
Not for me.
That's a disconnect.
Yeah, okay. All right,
and Yera's dropped back from Palmer.
Palmer and Ure both going wide. But I think with the pit lane cut, Ure will still hold on for second place.
Yeah, and Viper's going to hold on. And Yera will hold on second, yeah.
And Palmer just going to hang on by the skin of his teeth for a race win and get the fastest lap at the end as well. And Viper will come home for a P3 finish. And he said to me
fastest he's had lap in GT4, Keelan 2:39.1, but that's pending review of the first half of the race.
Gotcha. And then James Head, who's gone maybe a bit wide, I guess. I'm not too sure. But he will come home for fourth place. Elliot, what a race that was. Holy
Yeah, it was
moly.
a shame that we got that disconnect, because that was going to be a absolutely mega finish. And Viper, I hate to say it, Viper would have had the win had we not have had that disconnect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have had the win. But today it is Palmer with his second win of the season, and I think it's going to match Ure on championship points, I think. I'm not too sure, because it's been absolutely close between those two thus far. Viper will get the extra point for the fastest lap for the pole position as well. Make sure to save the replay as well. But yeah, that is going to be it. What a race, man. What a race.
Yeah, that was really annoyed that disconnect happened. It wasn't anything from my end. Wasn't anything from anybody else's end, because it can't have been my end because half the lobby was here.
Yeah.
I just think there was perhaps a slight glitch within the PlayStation Network there.
Oh, Yuri's left the party, so. Yeah, and so we're starting to get our podium finishers in for their respective podium interviews as well. And I just can't get over that race. I really can't get over that race. Because that was easy.
The fact that Palmer and Yera were side by side throughout two.
It was absolutely, insane. So I've got to now pretty much invite those. And Yere, I think.
Gone from the lobby.
Yeah, Yuri's gone from the lobby, but he was sent an invite. So I think, to be honest with you, mate, I think we're just gonna kick off the podium interviews as well. So we'll start off with our GT4 class, and we'll start off with Doug Barrow, which I believe is your first podium of the season as well. And it looked absolutely crazy at the end there, fighting it with K&K Dot in the end as well. Tell us about your side of the race today, Doug.
Yeah, it was all right. It's a shame about the restart, because I was a position further up with a bit of space, so who knows? You never know what could have happened. But yeah, it was all right. Bit of an interesting rolling start. I feel that there might have been a jump or two on it at the very beginning, the first part of the race, but that's obviously a moot point now that the race restarted. It was a giggle. I had a good battle with Dot. I had a couple of times where he tapped me and I managed to hold on to it. That one time where I tapped him and he went round, so... I think it's because he was half on the curve and half not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a few moments where he's come flying across the track and I've had to avoid him, and I've had that moment with him, so...
I do just want to point out, in regards to the restart, we felt it was the best thing to do, got 25 minutes to get the rolling start back on. It was a shame that the disconnect happened. It wasn't anything from my end, wasn't anything from anybody in particular's end, because it did kick me out the party for the commentary. But half the lobby stayed in, half the lobby got disconnected. So just to point out for you, Doug, as well as everyone else, all I can do is apologise that happened. Wasn't anybody's fault though.
I was
but
part of that first half that stayed in, and then it binged me completely out of the room. So
yeah, I think it was just a glitch there within Sony again, and PlayStation Network. So just a heads up, if anyone's got any concern about that, you can contact me.
Yeah,
but yeah, good race.
Congratulations to Tej and Keelan. No, that was a good run. I've not been able to get anywhere near their pace all season, so far. We'll see how it goes, but I'm just struggling with this car, I think.
So we'll move on to our second man in the GT4 class, TGIS 78, a man of simple but yet wise words. TGIS, another podium finish for you today. Tell us about your race today in the McLaren-sponsored Ferrari, I guess?
Yeah, I tried in the first race. I just tried an alternative strategy, and it turned out to be absolutely awful. So it was actually quite good that we had the restart. So,
of course, that restart actually benefiting you more than, rather, as a matter of fact, not benefiting you at all. Can you just explain to us about the pit stop on the first lap of the previous race?
I wanted to go to intermediates, but it just wouldn't work.
Same for me as well. I wanted to pit for intermediates.
I dived into intermediates, and it was just like, no, you're on the wets, you can't go in the intermediates.
And so, very interesting for the... Because it looked like the intermediates was starting to be realized, oh, that's the better tire than the racing wets, obviously. So I guess that kind of made the difference as well, but I don't know.
I do have to jump in. I do have to jump in and ask, Tyus, what on earth were you thinking with that first pit stop on the end of lap 2?
I wanted to go to Inters.
But you went to wets?
Yeah, because you can't go to Inters.
Yeah, I couldn't select Inters either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The game won't allow you to go to Inters once you're on wets. They won't allow you to go on wets if you're on Inters either.
That's interesting. Again, nothing to do with me. Okay, that's worth noting for Austria. We'll make sure everyone is on the right tyre. We'll set a tyre for everyone to be on for Austria, I think, based on feedback. So that's interesting to know. Thanks.
Yes, that's kind of interesting to note as well. I guess we're gonna have to do a little bit of testing off the thing as well, and just kind of see if it's a glitch that GT Sport has relevant, or if it's just something that that's just common with the game. But we'll move on to our race winner for the GT4 class, Keelan. Once again, May, and I'll be honest, it looked like it was a very unlikely win for you with the race that you had today, but it looks like you just pulled the cat out of the bag, and you get your 4th win of the season. Tell us about your race today.
It was a bit of a disaster class.
So I was right.
I wasn't in a good mood to start with because the grip had changed. So on the practicing I did on the tyres, when I was really confused on why I was so fast, I was like, it's just going to be who can adapt to the conditions the quickest. And all through qualifying, I was having issues with braking. I didn't know where the braking zones were. Unfortunately, last lap, I managed to get a good lap in, even though I did have a 1-second penalty after qualifying because I did cut a corner during the lap. However, I still qualified on pole. I was happy about that. I started the race on wets. It was a bit weird, the formation lap. I was trying to keep the heats in the tyres and kept on nearly half spinning it at the back just to make sure I could keep the heat. Fortunately, I did. At the start, I told Yerry just to tell me when you're going, and he said green, and he put me in a position where I was overtaking Iapez going into turn 1, which if I didn't have him there, I probably would have lost some positions, which I've done in recent races when it comes to the start. And after that, I just tried running my race. I was 13 seconds ahead coming into the first pit stop. I wanted to go to intermediates. Instead, I swapped to wets. And when I pressed wet, it double clicked. So I just went straight back out. I didn't refuel. And I was fuming because I knew I had to come in the next lap. So I went in next lap, and I was like, it's just a disaster here. but
Mystery unraveled.
Sounds like me from Germany last season.
See, this is what we were trying to piece together, Elliot, and we were just not able to because we were wondering. We were like, "What's happened to Keelan on this race?" And we were like, "This is a big development, obviously." And it's just like, "Oh wait!" In the end of it all, he just wins, and I'm just like, "How?" And I was like, "Oh wait, disconnect. Never mind."
Yeah, I was really angry with myself, and also I was annoyed at the game because I didn't press click. I wanted to just refuel, and I overtook Hair Razor, which I don't know if I forced him out. Yeah, we were having a battle, and I mean, I'm sorry to Palmer, but I mean, it was who has the biggest balls going round Blanchimon. But yeah, and then it was all about just staying ahead from there. And then obviously the disconnect, the safety car restart. I left it in lead on the Musha lot, so I even said to Yera like, "Why the hell am I so slow?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, right." So I had a bit of a brain fart moment, and then after that it was just pushing. I went into the pits. I realised I underfueled massively, so I had to do fuel saving. Fortunately, I got 9 seconds on Tice, which was able to, and then I did the Sebastian Vettel and went for the fastest lap on the last lap, which I think I got at a 2:39.1. But yeah, it was a great race from everyone. I don't know what happened to K&K Dart. I can't really say. But yeah.
I guess I think I'm going to speak on the behalf of everyone to say I think we know what you meant to say, and it's just you grabbed your race win, and a lot happened throughout the field, obviously, but you get your fourth race win of the season, Keelan, and you're taking a commanding points lead, and you're keeping yourself up for the Side Max Motorworks team once again.
No, it's not the fourth.
Is it not? Is it not? Second?
No, technically it's 3. I count it as 2, but KK Dot won the first race.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I forgot about KK Dot winning at Monza. But yeah, you do take a commanding points lead once again. And yeah, so that should be it for the GT4s. We'll move our attention to the GT3s because that had an as exciting race as it did. Elliot can certainly agree with that as well. And we'll start to hear from the drivers where we have, once again, ST and Viper, another podium finish as well. You do take your first pole position of the season as well, but tell us about your race today.
Honestly, that race didn't go as I anticipated for it to go, but honestly, that was probably one of the best races I've done in my entire sim racing career right there. To be honest, I really didn't expect to grab pole position, but hey, I threw a gamble on, took intermediates, and I guess it somehow paid off. I was being a little over aggressive on both of the restarts there, on the start and the restart there, and just got too greedy with my car, and especially on the restart, went up the hill and just car went around, and rest is that. So I mean, I know I wasn't gonna get the race win after the first spin, so I was like, hey, I'll just have fun, just do a little bit of sideways action on the track while I can. So. But that was fun, and I was originally planning on doing a one-stop for the first stint, and then the DC happened, and I was like, oh, that just completely changed my strategy, and threw it out the window, and tried being aggressive again, trying to get up there, and it happened again, but just trying to keep the car in control. But Spa, it's rain, these cars don't like being driven under wet weather, and kudos to everyone who was able to drive a car, and yeah, great race, fun race for everybody. It's a shame that it had to go to a disconnect and a race restart, but and it is what it is. So
I've just got to jump in. Your strategy in the first half of the race, you were on course for a win because Palmer and Yera were both due to stop, and I calculated the pit stops take about 40 seconds, and Palmer was 20 seconds up the road from you in the lead, and you dropped to third, and they both needed to make another pit stop.
Yeah.
So before that disconnect, you were on course to win the race on that strategy, and you know it's it definitely
It's a
shuts
shame.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's out of everyone's control, and all I can do is apologise for the disconnect.
I think I just want to point out with the tire issue that that some people start on, like for example, some are on intermediates and some are on wets. I'm gonna go ahead and for the wet side of the story. Like for example, those who wanted to come into the pits for intermediates, I think it's something to deal with the new PSN update because they just updated the new Mazda Vision Gran Turismo in the game. So I don't know if that's a bug in the update that was just put out there, but beforehand it really wasn't an issue in another sim race I did yesterday. But I got really nothing to say other than I don't know what to say. I really don't. I just stuck on intermediates the whole time, and it's a shame that I didn't really get the win that I wanted to come here today with, but it is what it is, and we'll move on to the next one.
So a rather interesting race for Viper, of course, like I said, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to say one more question as well. Was there a planned part of the interview process that you were going to say before the race started? Of course.
Oh yeah, I was going to say these tires suck. Not the intermediates, but the wets. So.
Well, it is interesting that everyone was testing and practicing on the wrong settings, so I'll let that one just sit with you.
Yes, that's my fault right there.
So we'll move on to Yuri as well, who I think really wanted that race win more than anything as well to try and capitalize on the points. And I think going in right now, everything's provisional, so don't correct me on this, but I think points should be pretty much dead even between Palmer and Yuri. That will have to be confirmed later. But Yuri, you do take another second place finish behind Palmer as well, and it looks like the championship is going to be starting to heating up here towards the midpoint of the season. Tell us about your race today, Yuri.
You're angry or you're hungry?
I'll tell you what, the list of emotions that I've known you for so long now, Yuri. Angry is not one of the words nor emotions I see you expressing yourself. But I think Yuri is the one person that I know so well that the game just thoroughly screws him over so hard on. He's gotten disconnected twice out of a championship last season, and now it's just like I can't change. Might be time. And it might be time to go back to R Factor 2 Yuri, just saying. So a P2 finish for Yuri at the end. We'll move on to our race winner, SLM Palmer. And Palmer, my God, man, you and Yuri were putting on some spectacular finishing moves at the end right there. Tell us about your spectacular race of the day today.
Yeah, there were a lot of heart-to-mouth moments. I just want to say thank you to Yuri for letting me go past after I had that little incident. It was absolutely fantastic. Of course, it's quite annoying that that my 9-second lead got wiped out, but I'm very happy to have a really good battle.
It looked great from back 9 seconds back. I wasn't expecting. I just wish I was up there.
It looked great. Do you know what? It looked great live as well, and that was an absolute fantastic fantastic battle between two of you.
I was just going to point out, I was probably 10 seconds back, and I was about to break for the final chicane, and I think I saw Palmer and Yuri had a little contact there, and it diminished by about half, probably about 4 seconds there, so I don't know what happened there.
We missed that as well, because the gap was about 9 seconds, then we checked back, and you gained on them by about 4.
Yeah, they were both standstill at the final chicane, and I don't know what happened there, so...
We missed that.
I figured as much.
But
because I didn't hear Trevor screaming his pants off.
I did a few times, to be quite honest with you. You just probably had the volume too high on your earbuds. So.
But no, that was a really hectic battle between you, Palmer, and Yera, and to be side by side through 3 or 4 corners twice or 3 times that happened as well was just phenomenal. It really was. It was great to watch, and yeah. I mean, the other thing I wanted to ask is, did you guys have any idea that you were both on a losing strategy in that first half of the race?
Well, to be honest, I knew that I'd need a splash and dash, but yeah, I didn't. I thought that CJ was completely out of the picture.
That's what I thought the same thing.
To be honest with you, if Viper had saved a bit more fuel and there was no disconnect, he probably would have won the race. He would have.
Yeah,
it was so close. Yere might have been in the route for P3, and Palmer, you would have been in for P2. Viper would have probably had a good chance at a win. And to be quite honest, to be quite frank with you, Viper had a mega spin, but he came back so much in the end as well. He probably could have had a big win had he not had that spin either. I think we forgot about that as well. But Elliot, I think we're just going to wrap it up right there.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to, because that was just. I think we've got a lot that we need to take away from this race. Now we've now come to the conclusion that there are glitches within the game since the latest update in terms of wet tyre pit stops. People weren't able to change from wets to inters, and then there was loopholes in the regulations. Basically, I think the next wet race that we've got will be Austria at a later date. And so there, I think we'll have to look into strict set tyres for that race. But all in all, fantastic weekend. It was a shame with the disconnect, out of our control. I'll defend myself and everyone else. That there was nobody's fault. But yeah, PlayStation Network just need to get their act together with their servers. But no, fantastic evening.
And so we'll cut the stream off from right there. If you guys did enjoy the race, we'll be racing in Austria next week, and we'll let you know. And it will either be another wet race or just another dry one. I'm pretty sure, because we're not sure how the tires are in accordance to how they are planned out. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy the race, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're inclined to follow up on the season, do please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have been joined by Elliot FC4, and I have been ST_RGZ, and we will see you guys next week for round 5 of the Ferrari GT World Challenge at Austria, and we will see you guys next week.